Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. We are back yet again, commentating the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars. It's the second game of 3 here today on the channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. As always, be sure to subscribe down below if you're new and like the stream as well. Coverage begins right now here as we get set to go. Here it's a 1-0 lead for the Dallas Stars with 12:13 to go. And there was just a long brawl, so we're going to see some penalties assessed here as we get ready to initiate this opening period. Shots are even at 6 apiece here, in fact, through about 8 minutes of play or so. So it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-5 is what I see here on my screen. We'll see if that actually stays concurrent. No, Wild power play. Minnesota power play coming up. All right, let me load up my stream here super quick. All right, face off here now. In the Dallas zone. Power play coming up for the Wild. Jason Robertson scored the opening goal. Coverage of Wild and Stars here on the channel begins now. Face-off is blown dead due to a violation. Minnesota's power play in this series has been solid. Face-off now is won back by the Wild. Quinn Hughes up top. Holds this puck then for Minnesota. Boldy to Hughes. Up top then for Boldy. Matt Boldy on the right side here for the Wild. Boldy up top to Quinn Hughes. Hughes to Boldy. Down low it goes wide of Ottinger. Banked off the boards in the corner. Kaprizov trying to get a shot on there. Broken up. Kaprizov up top to Hughes. Quinn Hughes now at center. Fires it. And that one's blocked. Kaprizov on the right side then. Eriksson Ek will bank this one back to center. Hughes will bring this one into the Dallas zone. Now Quinn Hughes battling forward alongside a Dallas Star and clear down the other way. What's up, Jane? What's up, Sebastian? What's up, John? Daniel's here. What's going on? I'll swap the jersey in the commercial break. Kaprizov. Back down low then for Boldy. On the right side, Johansson then back over on the right side for Eriksson Ek. Joel Eriksson Ek. Up top then for Hughes. Quinn Hughes at the point then back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov down low then for Brink. Over halfway through the power play. Stars will steal it back and dump it down the other way. What's up, Goku? Here's Quinn Hughes into the zone. Broken up then by Dallas, who will dump it down the other way. Jared Spurgeon getting it back in the Stars' end. Gives it up then for Faber. Brock Faber drops it back then for Johansson. On the right side, shot on by Tarasenko goes wide. Less than 20 seconds to go. Lindell will clear it off the boards and all the way back into the Minnesota end. I agree with you, Douglas. I definitely agree with you. Brock Faber in the final second of the power play. Here's Tarasenko pass over. And they cannot convert. Another penalty coming up this time against the Stars. So immediately after killing off the other power play, they will go back to the kill. Two-minute minor hooking here on Lian Bischel. And that'll result in another Minnesota power play. And another chance to potentially tie this game up. I agree with John. If Minnesota goes up 3-1, this series is over. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement. Face-off coming up here now in the Dallas zone yet again. It's a tie-up. One back by the Stars. Here they come through center. It's back. Who will battle for it down low in the corner with Hughes. Boldy is there as well battling for it. Now Boldy back to Hughes. Quinn Hughes in his own end. Hughes to Brink. Brink will drop it back then for Boldy. Matt Boldy now through center. Boldy comes in, can't get the shot on. Cleared around to the right side, then all the way back into the Minnesota zone. Hey, John, another $5 dono. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, brother. You've been awesome to me, these commentaries. Thank you, bro. Here's Boldy. Up top then for Quinn Hughes. Hughes off the boards then for Boldy on the right side. Boldy down low then for Kaprizov. Boldy up top to Hughes. Boldy looks for options. Will drop back up top then to Hughes. Hughes fires it. Blocked through the crease. And Dallas clears. Wallstead will give it back then for Quinn Hughes, who will hold it in his own zone. Hughes will drop it back then for Johansson. Marcus Johansson back to Tarasenko. Johansson down low in the corner on the right side, then thrown back to center. Dallas will dump it down low into the Minnesota zone. Now Brock Faber in his own end for the Wild. 30 seconds to go here. Faber will drop it back then for Johansson. Johansson carries it in back to Tarasenko. Vladimir Tarasenko down low in the corner. Battling alongside Steele, broken up by Fexa, who will dump it down the other way. That will do it yet again for the Minnesota power play. Another strong kill by Dallas. Faber to Hartman, a shot denied there by Ottinger. 8:10 remaining here in the opening period. It is still a 1-0 lead for the Dallas Stars. And it's Jason Robertson who picked up the top corner rebound. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Plugging in my computer here. Got to do the jersey swap. So for those who are just tuning in, we just ended the Carolina versus Ottawa round 1, game 4. And that series results in a sweep where the Hurricanes win all 4 games against the Senators. And they advance to round number 2. Got 70 people here in the commentary. All right. Shots are 7-6 in favor of Minnesota. Senators couldn't even get one man. Flyers better sweep 2. Yeah. We'll see, though. Arthur Shilov's in net for Pittsburgh. That should be interesting. That should be very interesting indeed. All right, face-off coming up here now. It's going to be in the Dallas zone. Thank you all for tuning in. I knew this would be a great commentary. I appreciate all you guys being here in the stream. This has been our best performing series of the playoffs. Last stream got over 10,000 views, the most viewed NHL stream ever, and the 7th most viewed stream in Watch with Nordic history. Dallas will clear it back to center, then battling for on the right side was back. He'll dump it down low into the Wild zone. Faber battling for it then with Rantanen. Quinn Hughes trying to clear. Rantanen up top. Shot on there by Johnston's blocked. In the zone then Bischel will dump it into the corner. On the right side then Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen fighting with Hughes. Pass up top will slide all the way back into the Dallas zone. Stars will get it back now on their own end. Bischel over then for Matt Duchene. Duchene over then for Lindquist, who holds it in the Dallas zone. Lindquist off the boards, broken up then by Sturm. He turns it back over. Robertson for Duchene. Matt Duchene fighting here with McCarron. Duchene will clear it down low. Bork On the right side to Duchesne. Up top then Myers. Crosses pass. Shot on there is blocked. Harley into the zone. Broken up then by Minnesota. Middleton for Bogosian. Jacob Middleton will backhand this one to center. Grabbing it with speed then is Nico Sturm, who will dump it down low into the Dallas end. Through center now with speed is back. Into the zone. Robertson, a shot gloved by Wallstead. 2 weeks in a row of no hockey night in Canada? Huh. I guess not, bro. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. It is greatly appreciated. Face-off coming up now in the Minnesota zone. It'll be Hartman versus Johnston. Face-off one back by Minnesota. They will clear it off the boards now. Kaprizov trying to get that one to center. Jamie Benn will dump it down low. Oettinger behind the net then for Lindquist. Backhanded all the way down low into the Minnesota zone. Puck slides just wide there of Wallstead. Spurgeon off the boards to center. Cross-ice pass Kaprizov. Kaprizov up top. Slap shot there by Brodin goes wide. On the right side, Hughes up top to Faber, a shot. And that one's wide. And in the back of the net, Brock Faber. How did that go in? For a second, I thought it went wide. Brock Faber has tied the game for Minnesota. How did that go in? I didn't even notice it. Hey, Astro Ripper. Thank you for the $5 dono, brother. It's appreciated. Your guys' support has been nuts. Over $800 that you guys have donated to me in these commentaries. Thank you so much. Brock Faber. It was tipped by Heiskanen and into the back of the net. And Brock Faber makes it a 1-1 hockey game. His third goal of the series. Lindquist will backhand to the center. Racing for it now is Blackwell. Stolen back by Quinn Hughes. Intercepted. Poke check down low by Back. Battling for it on the right side then. Blackwell up top. Shot from Harley, a drive, and that one goes wide. Up top, Lindquist will fire that one into the chest of Wallstead. Brock Faber has tied the game up at 1. And with 5:41 to go in this opening period, we are tied. Oh, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Like it down below. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. It is, as always, greatly appreciated. Tied 1-1 now. Thank you all for your support on Sens and Canes. As always, that's greatly appreciated. It was a fun series to commentate. We streamed 3 of the games. It honestly, it was our worst performing series of the playoffs. It was. But it was still fun. It was still a fun series to watch. I enjoyed it. It ends in 4, so sadly we will not get a Game 5 on Monday. Again, there is a chance that Game 5 there could be only one game on Monday with the way the schedule's looking. So keep that in mind. There could only be one game on Monday. And I'll tell you this right now, if Philadelphia beats Pittsburgh, series preview on Monday for Flyers and Canes. That'll come on Monday. We'll also start pumping out our 2026 off-season outlooks, too. That's coming out as well. All right, still in commercial break. I'm assuming we're going to come out of it. We're going to come out of it soon. All right. Ottawa couldn't get anything going. Nope. Or yep. Almost said nope. You're right about that. It was really a struggle to watch. I feel for the Sens fans. Face-off here now, won by Minnesota. Boldy will dump it into the Dallas zone where Ottinger's there to cover up that puck. I really hate it when they don't show the first couple seconds. It's really annoying. It's really frustrating. Face-off here now in the Dallas zone. It'll be Eriksson Ek versus Ritskovian. Face-off won back by the Stars. Lindqvist will throw this puck to center. Grabbing it back is Rantanen. Rantanen up top. Cross-ice pass then down low for Johnston. Johnston up top then for Lindqvist. Lindqvist, a shot goes wide there of Wallstead. Down low behind the net then Johnston back to Ritskovian. Kept in the zone by Lindqvist. Cleared back around to the right side then. Boldy will try and dump it to center. He will get it there. Wyatt Johnston brings it back into the Minnesota zone. Battling forward in the corner then. Johnson alongside Spurgeon. Rantanen trying to feed that one up top. Here comes Marcus Johansson who will dump it into the Dallas zone. Now Thomas Harley. Harley in his own end here now for Minnesota. Hey, what's up, Jack Swanson? Hey, from Calgary. Nice. Got some Flames games on soon. Did a lot of Flames commentary this year. Myers will dump it down low into the Minnesota zone. Now Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov, a shot on, saved by Ottinger. He has it with his right shoulder. And he'll cover up. Face-off coming up here now, yet again in the Dallas zone. Minnesota putting on some good chances here. It's nearly 10 shots apiece. And we are tied at 1. Little nice play there by Kirill Kaprizov. He got the shot on. Ottinger made the save with his right shoulder. Face-off coming up here now in the Dallas end. It's a tie-up and one back by the Wild. Hartman to Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov behind the net. Wraparound pass in front. Denied if that even got on. Dallas will steal it back and clear it to center. Quinn Hughes will pick it up now in the Minnesota end. Hughes off the boards, the brink. Back down low in the corner then. Lindell battling for it. On the right side, Kaprizov. Kaprizov pass back to Hughes. Hughes comes in, wraps it around, puts it in front, and just wide. Kaprizov back to Hughes. Harmon to wrap around, denied there as well. Now Duchesne will get it back and bank it off the boards and back into the Minnesota zone. Kaprizov battling forward with Brink. Getting it back then on the right side is Huru. Broken up then by Minnesota. Faber. Down low then for Hughes. Quinn Hughes will regroup with it now on the right side. Back over then for Eriksson Ek. Through center, Leon Bischel. Dumps it down low. Wallstead to Faber. Down low now for Hughes. Quinn Hughes will carry it around behind the Minnesota net. Back to center. Dump back down low then by the Stars. Ben up top. Bischel a shot. Saved by Wallstead. Tarasenko trying to get that one to center. Kept in by Dallas. Into the zone. Back in by Steele. Goes just wide. Foligno battling for it down low then. Tarasenko off the boards for Yurov. Yurov will clear it to center. Back now in the Dallas zone. Shots are 12-11 here in favor of Minnesota. Now Middleton off the boards to Bogosian. Foligno to center. Sturm racing for that puck. Battling for it then with Lindqvist. They blow the play dead with 2.5 minutes to go for an icing. And I'm not sure I agree with that. Phillies need to blow their team up. Embarrassing stuff. Yeah, don't remind me, bro. Don't remind me. Yeah. You're totally right about that. They definitely do need to do that, but I don't know if we'll see it. "13 inches of snow in Saskatoon." Oh my God. In April? Basically May. That's absolutely nuts. Minnesota will dump this one down low into the Dallas zone. Lindquist trying to clear it off the boards. Down low now, Boldy. Matt Boldy on the right side fighting with Lindquist. Puck is cleared back to center. Rantanen over then for Harley. Harley to Johnston. Broken up there by Middleton as he's hit up high with a stick. That'll be a penalty against Dallas. Delayed call here against the Stars. Eriksson Ek trying to dump that one down low. It's grabbed back by Heiskanen. And a whistle blown dead with exactly 2 minutes to go. The Wild are going to get another power play. With exactly 2 minutes to go in the first period, the Wild are going to be on the man advantage. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. People blame the manager. I mean, yeah, that's the logical thing to do with that. Yeah, they got 5 sluggers and can't win. They're also giving up too many runs too. That's the blunt of it. Their bullpen has not been good the last couple games, obviously. They definitely need to stop giving up runs. You guys see the Red Sox put up 17 on the Orioles today? Power play now for Minnesota. Face-off won by the Stars. They'll dump it down low into the Minnesota end. Minnesota's 0 for 2 tonight on the power play with only 1 shot. Hughes to Boldy. Boldy a shot. That one's blocked. Battling for it down low in the corner then alongside Lindell. Thrown up top then for Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes to Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov fires it on through the legs. Boldy a chance in front. It's in the back of the net. They're waving it dead. No goal immediately. And I'm not sure why they waved this a no goal, but we'll see what the call is. They're calling this play for goalie interference. They are blowing this play dead due to interference. The Wild scored, but Boldy put it through his legs. Ottinger poked it. It went off of Heiskanen. Eriksson Ek pushed Heiskanen, and the puck dribbled into the back of the net. It was Boldy's goal. They're going to review this. But the call on the ice was no goal as Heiskanen interfered with Ottinger. Goalie interference as Eriksson Ek pushed Heiskanen into Jake Ottinger. And the referee immediately blew it dead. We'll see if this call stands, but I'm not exactly sure. So they will not call it a goal. And with 1:20 to go, we're still tied. Quinn Hughes drops it back then for Boldy. Boldy into the zone, approaching the final minute of play in this opening period. Kaprizov to Quinn Hughes. Back to Kaprizov. Down low then, Boldy. Matt Boldy will throw it up top then to Hughes. Quinn Hughes up top. Back to Boldy. Boldy to Hughes. Hughes will look for options. Back to Boldy. Pass over, broken up. Boldy gets it back then for Minnesota. Down low now with it. Tarasenko to Boldy. A shot. Glove by Ottinger. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that call. It's a little but it is what it is. Face-off in the Dallas end is won back by Minnesota. Hughes to Boldy. Matt Boldy down low then for Brink. Bobby Brink to Boldy. Up top, Hughes a shot. And that one's denied. Rebounds there in front. And Dallas will clear it down the other way into the Minnesota end. Here's Quinn Hughes. Moving it now through center for Minnesota. Hughes to Brink. Brink back to Hughes. Wraparound chance broken up then by Dallas. Faxo to Kaprizov, a shot denied there as well. And back to Hughes. Pass over. Boldy, a chance is blocked. 5 seconds left down low in the corner, just wide. And that will do it for the opening period. We are through one period of play. The power play comes to a close for Minnesota. A good defensive performance at the end for the Stars. And we are tied 1-1 here after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. As always, thank you all so much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are about 70 subs away from 6,200. I greatly appreciate it. Got already 140 people here in the commentary. That means a lot. And this is the second game of our triple header here on the channel. Stars and Wild, tied at 1. All right, that was a pretty good opening period there from what we saw. Brock Faber tied the game at 1. And now as it stands, it is a 1-1 hockey game here through about 20 minutes of play. Again, we'll be live later on tonight for Flyers and Penguins. Round 1, Game 4. That is the later game here on our commentary schedule. And that being said, folks, I am going to go use the bathroom. I will be right back in just a moment. Alrighty, everyone, I have returned. Sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom here super quick. Was not expecting the Senators to get swept like that. Yeah, I thought the Sens would win at least one game, but the way they played was not good enough, and obviously they are now out. Pretty nuts. Pretty nuts, if I do say so myself. So Carolina will move on to the second round. That could set up a second-round matchup between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Carolina Hurricanes coming up. So that makes things very interesting. But we'll see, though. Again, obviously, Philadelphia has to win tonight for that to come into reality. And, of course, we'll be live for it. What's up, Ronald? How we doing? Going to make the clip of the Logan Stankoven goal and upload that to the channel. Thought it was a solid call. Not my greatest call, but not the worst call either. Unreal. 10:50 to go in regulation. Logan Stankoven, who's been the difference maker the entire series. All right. Those days go by so fast. Yep, time flies when you're having fun. I can't believe we're already a week into the playoffs. We are a week into the playoffs. That's nuts. All right. That no goal should have been a goal. Score should be 2-1 Wild. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest play, but it is what it is. Honestly, it's whatever. At least the game's tied at 1. All right. Yeah, I mean, you can argue that's a goal, but at least it's tied and not a 1-0 lead for the Stars. That's what I'll say to that. At least it's tied as opposed to the Stars leading instead. All right. Still got about 9 minutes to go here till period number 2. Stick around, everybody. Subscribe down below. Like the stream as well. All right. Got to update the all-time stat sheet. Go through the Canes-Sens game now. Go Wild. Support from Argentina. Nice. Welcome to the stream, brother. Ignite the orange. Yes, sir. Going for a nap, checking when the Flyers game starts. Okay, see you, Daniel. Enjoy your nap. I could go for a nap, I'm not going to lie. No problem, Jane. Thank you for being in here. You guys being here makes it all the more worth it. Hope this game doesn't go into OT. Me neither. I want to get the Flyers game. Star support from Grand Cayman. Nice. Welcome to the stream, brother. Good to see you here. A lot of multi-point games in that Sens game. Still updating the numbers. All right, second period coming up in just a moment, guys. Stick around. Second period coming up soon. Not tune, soon. We'll also be live all day tomorrow, by the way. We're streaming all day tomorrow. Starting off with Sabres and Bruins, Game 4. Followed by, I think it's Golden Knights, or not Golden Knights, Kings and Avalanche. And then Habs and Lightning. Followed by Oilers and Ducks. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of the second period between the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars. First period recap: goals were scored by Jason Robertson and Brock Faber, making it a 1-1 hockey game here after 20 minutes of play. And we are ready to start period number 2. Thank you, Thronson. I appreciate it, brother. It wouldn't be worth it without you guys here. Period number 2 is underway. Face-off is won back then by Minnesota. In their own zone now, Stars will bring it into the zone. Johansson, stolen back by Dallas. Duchesne to center then for Robertson. Will get around the D. Bork fires it. Saved by Walter Bruins there. And cleared back down low. Jason Robertson on the right side, battling for it then with Johansson. Chipped off the boards and all the way back down low into the Dallas end. Harley in the corner then, Lindquist. On the right side, Bork will dump this one back to center. Stolen back then by Kirill Kaprizov, who will circle back around and regroup in his own zone. Kaprizov through center, off the boards then for Hartman. Dump back down low into the Dallas end. Behind the net, Brink, pass in front. Jabbing at that puck on Oninger. It comes loose and cleared away. Minnesota keeps it in though. Yurov off the boards to Kaprizov. Kaprizov fires it and that one goes wide. Up top, Brodin dumps it down low behind the net then to Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov up top then for Spurgeon. A shot! And that one's wide there as well. Here's Brodin. Battling for on the right side then. Grab back down low, Brink. Up top. Brodin to Kaprizov. Kaprizov, right side, Spurgeon a drive, and that one's denied. Jared Spurgeon, down low then for Brink. Grab back here by Lindquist, trying to poke check it here to center. Hartman, up top then Brodin, a shot, and that one is blocked. Dallas will steal it back now. They'll move it through center, 3-on-3, as Rantanen dumps it down low into the Minnesota end. Spurgeon for Brodin. Jonas Brodin now down low in the zone. Spurgeon off the boards to center. Tarasenko back ahead then for Foligno. Battling for it then. Esa Lindell will get it down low. Will backhand it off the boards to center. At the doorstep there, Ben battling for on the right side. Now Minnesota moves it ahead. Here's Middleton to Foligno. Foligno will dump it down low behind the net then. Tarasenko. Pass to Urov. Up in the air then for Foligno. Broken up then by Dallas. Here they come through center. Into the zone with it now is Huru. Huru takes it behind the net. Battling for it alongside Bogosian. Now Foligno down low in the corner. On the right side, Dallas will dump it down low behind the net. Bogosian. On the right side, Steele to Bischel. Back up top, Lindell. Shot on, goes wide. Bischel down low into the corner. Bogosian battling for it then alongside Blackwell. On the right side, Bischel fighting with Tarasenko. Back to back. Up top then, shot by Lindell. Save there by Wallstead. Here's Bischel, another chance. And that one is denied. Foligno battling for it on the right side. 3 minutes gone here in period number 2. We are still tied at 1. Up top, Myers. Back down low then on the right side. Dallas cycling the puck. Steele dumps it down low. Here's Myers back into the corner then for Back. Oscar back over then for Blackwell. Colin Blackwell. Cross ice pass to Myers, a shot. And that one's denied. Rebounds in front. And there as well was Back. And Dallas will steal it back up top. Myers shoots it again. Denied there by Wallstead. Radek Faksa on the right side. Back over then Bork. Up top to Bischel. Bischel to Lindell. Lindell will clear it down low then for Steele. Faksa to Robertson. Robertson at the point then for Dallas. Cross ice pass to Duchesne. Duchesne to Harley. Up top then Myers a shot. That one's blocked. Rebound is cleared away. Minnesota will try and get it back to center. Kept in and blown dead due to an offsides. Thought maybe he kept it in, but I guess he did not. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Good game tonight. Like it ended then. Hey, what's up? Welcome from Moscow. Good to see you. Puck is dumped down low into the Minnesota zone. Hughes in the wild end will look for options. Hughes will throw it off the boards to center. Grab back then by Thomas Harley. Harley to Lindquist. Now over then to Harley, who will bank it off the boards for Robertson, who dumps it down low into the Minnesota end. Hughes battling forward then with Duchesne. Down low, Boldy. Off the boards then for Eriksson Ek. Clears it back to center. Lindquist in his own zone. Back to Eriksson Ek. Now Maverick Bork here through center. Bork will dump it down low into the Minnesota zone. Johansson battling for on the right side then. Tied up down low in the corner. Up top, Heiskanen. Dumps it down low behind the net then to Eriksson Ek. Joel Eriksson Ek in the corner for Minnesota. Will dump it off the boards. Up top for Johnston. Dallas keeps it in the zone. Here's Heiskanen. Fires it. Saved there by Wallstead. Up top now, Miro Heiskanen gets it back. Heiskanen at the point. Back to Johnston. Johnston battling for it then with Hughes. Wyatt Johnson on the right side. Comes in. Dekes in. Backhand on. Saved by Wallstead. Battling for it now in the corner is Boldy and Johnston. Faber holds him against the boards up top. Then Heiskanen fires it. And that one goes wide. Johnston at the circle. Up top to Ritskovian. On the right side, Heiskanen. Miro Heiskanen to Ritskovian. Ritskovian pass over. Broken up at center. And Johnston takes it right back. Johnston pass back up top. Heiskanen as Dallas hems the Wild in their own zone. Lindell to Johnston. Johnston back up top then for Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen up top to Heiskanen. Heiskanen to Rantanen. Back to Heiskanen on the right side. Rantanen up top, fires it on wide there of Wallstead. That's Lindell on the right side here for Dallas. Will send across his pass to Heiskanen. Heiskanen pass over. Johnston comes in, back in on, save rebounds there. Jabbing at that puck. Rantanen gets it back down low behind the net. A tie-up still down low in the corner. Eriksson Ek battling forward with Johnston. In the corner now, cleared back up top to Miro Heiskanen. Heiskanen at the point for the Stars. Pass over then to Lindell. Lindell up top for Steele. Steele to Lindell. Right side, Jamie Benn. Benn to Heiskanen, a shot. And that one goes wide. It's in the crease and cleared away. Finally, Minnesota tries to clear. It's kept in. Heiskanen, right side to Lindell. Lindell will throw it down low then for Steele. Stars have been hemming the Wild in their zone these last few moments. Lindell, down low then, and up top for Harley. Harley shoots it, denied through the crease by Wallstead. And that was like a long sequence there without no whistles. Nearly 8 minutes gone in the second period, and just the pressure being put on here by the Stars. Shots are now 19-14. There's no way that's right. 1-1. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We got a good crowd of people in here tonight. I appreciate all your guys' support. And Dallas already has 9 shots here in the period. That was a pretty long amount of time they were pressuring them in the offensive zone. And again, I can tell you right now, if Dallas goes up 3-1 in this series, I think it might be over. Honestly, I think it really might be over. But we'll see. We will see. Game 5 is on Tuesday. We'll be live for Game 5 on Tuesday, I believe. Next week, we will not be live on Wednesday, Friday, and possibly Saturday. Depending on what my schedule is for the playoff team, the Royals, the ECHL team I work for. 20-14 shots ain't that much of a gap. Well, I mean, it is when the shots are 9-0 in the second period. When the shots are, 8-0. When the shots are 8-0 in the second period, that's a gap. Overall, it's not. Face-off coming up here now in the Minnesota zone. Spurgeon battling forward on the right side then with Blackwell. Down low then for Brodin. Brodin on the right side fighting with Sturm. Puck is cleared back to center. Harley gets it back then for Dallas. Thomas Harley in his own zone. Harley off the boards into the Minnesota end. Spurgeon on the right side. Brodin will gain the line and dump it down low into the Dallas end. Faxa in the corner battling forward with Sturm. Oh, I didn't know if I said something. Here's Blackwell. Blackwell will dump it down low into the Minnesota end. Jonas Brodin. Right side then for Spurgeon. Jared Spurgeon will carry it through center then for Minnesota. Brink fires it. Saved by Ottinger. Rebounds cleared away. Leon Bischel. Off the boards then to Robertson. Thrown back to center. Faber regroups with it now. Faber back to Hartman. Ryan Hartman comes into the zone. He'll loop it up top then for Brink. Poke check to Faber. Pass down low. Broken up there. Here's Matt Duchesne now carrying it through center. Bischel Into the zone. Fires it on. That one goes wide there of Wallstead. Here's Quinn Hughes carrying it now through center. Hughes with speed. Gets around the Dallas D. Hughes back down low in the corner. Then Bischel trying to bank that one off the boards. Kept in by Hartman. Up top. Hughes. Back to the point then to Tarasenko. Tarasenko to Bogosian, a shot. And that one's denied there. 9 minutes gone in the third period. Robertson dumps it down low into the Minnesota end. Johnston down low behind the net then for Bork. Robertson, a shot denied there by Wallstead. Who will win this game? It's looking like Dallas right now. It's really looking like Dallas right now. The Wild are not playing very well. Shots 21-15 in favor of the Stars. And we're still tied, though. We are still tied. Face off in the Minnesota zone. Thank you all for tuning in. Like the stream down below. We're at 60 likes here on the commentary. Johnston battling forward alongside Spurgeon. Rantanen down low in the corner fighting with McCarron. Rantanen up top then for Harley. Harley to Rantanen. Harley will move into the zone. Cross-ice pass. Heiskanen, a shot blocked off. Minnesota will go the other way. Pass all the way back into the Dallas end. He had Tarasenko on a 1-0 breakaway the other way. He decided to dump it into the zone. And that's an icing. Oh my Lord. Yeah, not a great start to this period by Minnesota. Luckily, the game's tied at 1. Wallsted's played awesome. Face-off in the Wild end is won by Minnesota. Up top, Harley. Back down low, Spurgeon battling for Ritzkovian. On the right side, McCarron. Trying to get that puck free down low. Cleared up top, then to Heiskanen. On the right side, Mikko Rantanen up top, then Harley. Harley to Heiskanen, a shot. And that one is blocked as it slides back to center. Thomas Harley over then for Heiskanen. Heiskanen to center, and the puck will go back into the Minnesota zone. Here's Jared Spurgeon. Back over then to Jonas Brodin off the boards for Eriksson Ek, who will poke check it down low. Lindell dumps it back to center. Steele, 2-on-1, broken up there at the line. Bork will get it back and dump it down low. Halfway through the game and the period, we are tied at 1. Marcus Johansson into the zone. Johansson takes it around then behind the Dallas net. Pass in front. And great chance there by Boldy. He's broken up. Boldy to Johansson, a drive. And that one goes wide as well. Huru fighting on the right side then with Eriksson Ek. Lindell off the boards to Bischel. Up top then Middleton battling forward then with Jamie Benn. On the right side, Boldy will dump it around the Dallas boards. Back to Bogosian. Here's Hartman. Below the line. Ryan Hartman up top, then to Bogosian. Bogosian pass back over then to Quinn Hughes. Hughes to Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov fires it. That one goes wide as well. Up top, Quinn Hughes. Dumps it down low then to Kaprizov. Kaprizov skates it in, loops it back around. Top of the circle for the Wild. Kaprizov to Bogosian. Down low now, Hughes. Hughes circles around the D. Quinn Hughes up top, shoots it. And that one is blocked as well. And Dallas will force the center. Here's Steele with some room. Broken up by Bobby Brink. And cleared into the zone. Brink right side. Hartman a chance. Denied by Ottinger. And the Stars clear down the other way. Wallstead battling for it then with Beck. In the corner, Quinn Hughes. Fighting with Faber. Bobby Brink is there as well. Now Blackwell gets it back down low in the corner. Blackwell up top then to Bischel. Bischel to Myers. Myers waits. Up top then. We'll look for options as Kaprizov tries to throw him off that puck. Bischel down low into the corner. Bobby Brink throws it up top then to Beck, who will dump it furthermore into the corner. Blackwell on the right side. Battling forward then as well as Kaprizov. Blackwell to Bischel. Liam Bischel shoots it, saved their rebounds in the crease, and cleared away. Myers back to Hartman, who will dump it down the other way. Into the Dallas zone, now getting it back is Bischel. Bischel for Myers. To center then for Bork. Here's Robertson trying to force the play the way back in on. Save by Wallstead as he slides into his own net as the whistle's blown. A really fast-paced period here. 7:12 left to go in the second period. We are still tied at 1. And this series has been close. And it stays that way. Although Dallas has been really giving it to them. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. As always, it is greatly appreciated. Oh my goodness. Looking like Dallas, hoping for a miracle. We'll see. We will see. It's only tied. It's not like Dallas is winning. We're tied. It can easily go the other way. All right, back here in Minnesota, 7:12 to go in the second period. It's been a fast-moving period, not a lot of penalties. And we are still tied at 1. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world for the Minnesota fans. It does feel like Dallas is outplaying you, but it's not the end of the world. Face-off here in the Minnesota end. It's a tie-up and one back by Minnesota. They'll dump it to center. Foligno cleared back into the Dallas end. Lindquist fighting with Sturm. On the right side, Spurgeon. Back down low for Harley. On the right side then, Lindquist will chip it out. The board's broken up then by the Wild. McCarron on the right side. Down low, Foligno pass over. McCarron a chance. Denied by Ottinger. His stick breaks. There's like 5 different sticks that are broken on the ice. And we will have a penalty. 6:45 left to go in the second period. The Wild are going to go to the power play. And I think it's going to be Nils Lindquist. 2 minutes for, I believe, a hook or a trip. Maybe both. Trip for sure. All right. Minnesota power play coming up here now, and this is a pretty big opportunity for Minnesota. Shots are 23-17 in favor of Dallas. Power play coming up here now for Minnesota, showing the replay. It looks like Lindquist got a skate to the face. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like he's all right though. All right, face-off coming up here now in the Dallas end. It's a tie-up and one back by Minnesota, cleared back to center. Brock Faber will come back and regroup now in his own end. Faber moves it through center. Will drop it back then for Boldy. Boldy into the zone for Faber. Back to Boldy. Pass up top is blocked. Heiskanen trying to get it down low in the corner. On the right side with that puck, Lindell will dump it off the boards and back down the other way. Wallstead will give it back then for Faber. Brock Faber now will move it through center. Dropped over then for Boldy. Boldy to Kaprizov. Kaprizov will throw it down low into the Dallas end. Heiskanen battling for on the right side. Faber battling now with Steele. Cleared all the way back into the Minnesota zone. 5:50 left to go here. In the second period, we are still tied. Eriksson Ek for Johansson. Johansson into the zone, loses that puck. Dallas steals it back and dumps it down the other way. Wallstead will give it back then for Faber. Brock Faber in his own zone. Cross-ice pass then for Hartman. Hartman to Johansson. Marcus Johansson now through center. Up top then to Quinn Hughes. Hughes to Johansson down low in the corner. Broken up by Lindell. Right side, Myers battling for it. Johansson. Up top then for Spurgeon. Spurgeon. Back down low, Johansson. Cleared off the boards up top for Hughes. Hughes trying to get around the D. Fax is there as well. Hughes into the zone, looks for options. Quinn Hughes fires it, tipped in front and wide. Up top then now with it, Brink to Spurgeon. Down low then Hartman to the center and denied there as well. Here's Hughes on the right side for Minnesota. Fires one on again. That one goes wide. Myers battling for it in the corner then. Faxa back to back. Bork to back. He will backhand that one down low into the zone. Cleared all the way back into the Dallas end. In the corner, battling for it then alongside Harley. Right side there as well as Sturm. 4:15 to go. Rebound in front there for Sturm, a chance. And that one's denied. Cleared back to center, Robertson. Ahead to Duchesne, broken up then. And the power play comes to a close. Bischel for Robertson. Robertson ahead then, backhanded off the boards to center, or at least they try and get it there. Rantanen. Down low in the corner then, Maverick Bork battling for it. Bork up top for Heiskanen. Heiskanen cross-ice pass, broken up at the line. Dallas will keep it in the zone. Minnesota steals it right back and gets it to center. Sturm will dump it in just wide of Oninger. On the right side, getting it back then is Tyler Myers. Myers for Duchesne. Matt Duchesne into the zone. Up top, Myers fires it on. The one's blocked. Taken back by Vladimir Tarasenko. Right side now with speed, Foligno. Backhanded off the boards then to Myers. Tyler Myers will dump it ahead then for Ritskovian. Ritskovian to Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen on the right side, thrown to center. Here come the Wild. 2-on-1. It's Foligno. Pass up top to Faber. He loses the puck, and the play's broken up. In front, Tarasenko battling for it. Broken up then by Dallas. They will get it to center. Rantanen for Harley. Harley fires it. Saved there by Wallstead. Down low in the corner, Rantanen. Cross-ice pass. At the line, Harley keeps it in then for Dallas. In the corner, Johnston. Up top then, Rantanen. Fires it on, blocked there. Good save by Jesper Wallstead. Urov throws a pass all the way into the Dallas zone for an icing. 2:28 to go here in this second period. We are still tied here at 1 apiece. Shots are 25-18 in favor of the Stars. Shots are 14-4 overall in the period. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are about 30 subs away from 6,200. Like the stream as well. We're at 65 likes. We got 200 people in here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Face off in the Minnesota zone is won back by Dallas. Heiskanen up top. Trying to fire a shot on there. Shot from Lindell is wide and a penalty coming up against the Wild. Steele will backhand it down low. Quinn Hughes will touch. And with 2:15 to go here in the second period, we will get A Minnesota power play. We will step aside. A little over 2 minutes to go. The Wild are going to head to the power play. And Jesper Wallstedt, the difference maker tonight. We are tied at 1. Great game so far. Really great game so far. Don't forget, later on tonight, we will be live for Flyers and Penguins, Round 1, Game 4. That is the next stream coming up here on the channel. Be sure to tune in. That stream will start as soon as this game is over. Power play coming up for the Minnesota no, it's for Dallas. What did I say, Minnesota? It's for Dallas. My apologies. It's a power play for Dallas. I don't know why my brain thought that it was Minnesota. It's Dallas that is the power play. I apologize. I'm all tweaked out. Anywho, power play coming up for the Stars yet again. They've had only one power play in this game. And now after 4 straight Minnesota power plays, the Stars will get their second. They're 1 for 1 tonight. They've been pretty lucky. They're 1 for 1 tonight on the power play. All right. Face-off coming up in the Minnesota zone. It's Brock Faber for high sticking on Jamie Benn. Face-off here, it's won by the Stars. Johnston to Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen, top of the circle. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Johnston. Down low, Duchesne to Rantanen. Rantanen, top of the circle. Pass down low, broken up. Shot on is saved by Wallstedt. Duchesne back to Rantanen. Back up top, nobody is there. And clear down the other way. Heiskanen in his own end. This power play will go on until pretty much the end of the second. Here's Duchesne. We'll drop it back then for Johnston. Wyatt Johnston into the zone, fighting with Robertson. Robertson battling for now with Bogosian. Heiskanen cross-ice pass, kept in the zone by the Stars. Johnston down low. Duchesne, pass over, is broken up. Mikko Rantanen on the right side then for the Stars. Up top, Robertson. Back over to Heiskanen. Rantanen fires it on. The one's blocked. Rebounds there. And Duchesne's denied. Last minute of play here in the second period. Rantanen to Duchesne. Duchesne shoots it. That one's blocked. Robertson below the line. Up top, Heiskanen. Duchesne pass in front. And that one goes wide as well. And out of play. If the Stars score this power play, the Wild are going to be sent to Cancun. I don't know, bro. We'll see. We'll see. It's still tied. It's not the end of the world. So they'll add some time here to the clock after the puck went out of play. 50 seconds left. In the Dallas zone. One back by the Stars. Heiskanen up top. Down low then for Rantanen. Rantanen waits. Fires it on the one's blocked. Rantanen. Down low in the corner. Up top then Duchesne. Duchesne to Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires it. He scores! Miro Heiskanen on the power play. And the Stars finally break through. It's 2-1. 34 seconds to go here in the second period. The Dallas Stars have taken a 2-1 lead. And what a play by Miro Heiskanen. On the 28th shot of the game for the Stars, nearly 30 shots through 2 periods of play. And Dallas takes a 2-1 lead. Cleared back down low here into the Minnesota zone. 30 seconds left. Faber trying to get it back for the Wild. Brink ahead to Kaprizov. Broken up then by Dallas. They will dump it down low into the Minnesota end. Faber cleared into the Dallas zone. That will be no icing. Lindell in the Dallas end. Kaprizov fires it on the one's poke checked away. 10 seconds left. Faber fighting with Faxa. Rantanen trying to clear to center. Hartman fires a shot on. That one's blocked. And that will do it for period number 2. Another power play goal for Dallas. They're 2 for 2 tonight. Miro Heiskanen from Duchesne and Rantanen make it a 2-1 lead for the Dallas Stars after 40 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Oh, what am I reading? Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. Are you saying Dallas needs better goaltending? Or no, Minnesota needs better goaltending? I personally think the defense should not give up nearly 20 shots in a period, much less the goaltending. I think the fact that the fact that the Wild give up 18 shots is nuts. So I would say that the defense needs to be better. That's just me, though. Oh, the Phillies game starting in a rain delay. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Stick around, everybody. We got the 3rd period coming up in just a little bit. Thank you, Douglas. I appreciate it, brother. Don't forget, Battle of Pennsylvania after tonight's game. Round 1, Game 4. We'll be live for that right after this game comes to a close. Getting close. Are you fired up? Yes, I am. About an hour away from puck drop. I'm excited. I am pretty excited. All right. Gonna make a clip of the Heiskanen goal once they release the clip. Wait until then. Ignite the orange, yes sir. All right. We'll be live all day tomorrow, too, by the way. Sorry, just updating the all-time stat sheet. All right. What are the overall penalty minutes? In this game, the overall penalty minutes are 8-4 Dallas. Dallas is taking more penalties. Doesn't matter who win this series. They got Colorado. Yup. You are correct. Now I'm cold. Gotta turn off my fan. Ooh. Yeah, tonight's goalies Vladar versus Shilovs. That is tonight's goalie tandem. For those who are curious in Philly, Pittsburgh, they have pulled Skinner. Shilovs will come in, make his 5th career live commentary start. In the Dallas zone, one back by the Stars. Down low then for Rantanen. Rantanen waits, fires it on the one. Rantanen. Down low in the corner, up top then Duchesne. Down low in the corner, up top then Duchesne. Duchesne to Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires it. He scores! Rantanen. Down low in the corner, up top then Duchesne. Blocked. Rantanen. Down low in the corner, up top then Duchesne. Duchesne to Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires. Low in the corner, up top then Duchesne. Duchesne to Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires it. He wait. The corner, up top then Duchesne. Duchesne to Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires it. He scores! Miro Heiskanen on the power play. And the Stars finally break through. It's 2-1. All right, there's another commentary clip. That's what I was doing real quick. All right, let's go Stars. It's too old and Morgan is also a dinosaur. Messing with Texas is a challenge, but not able to produce against Texas hockey could be harmful to your health. Go Stars and let's shine. Yup. Stars playing well. They're currently 3-2 Wait, fires it on the one blocked. Rantanen. Down low in the corner, up top then Duchesne. Duchesne to Heiskanen. Heiskanen fires it. He scores! Miro Heiskanen on the power play. And the Stars finally break. One of the best uniforms in minor league baseball will hit the field today. How many hits? Hits are 21-16 in favor of the Wild. 21-16. All right, still got some time to the third period, folks. Still got some time. All right, perfect. Didn't realize that. Hintz is still out too. Yep, Rupe Hintz is still not in the lineup. Rupe Hintz is not currently in the lineup. Do I do any hockey pools? I do a couple with my friends. Nothing crazy though. I like the ones where I don't have to set my lineup. Honestly, I don't like the ones where I have to set my lineup. Wild playing terribly. Thought that playing at home they had a chance to win the game. Yeah, they're not playing well at all. It's been a rough game for Minnesota. Disappointed, I'm not going to lie. It's been pretty disappointing. All right, third period coming up in just a moment, guys. Third period coming up in just a moment. All right. Did I say I was going to do the draft? Yes. Most likely. I might be on vacation during that, but I'll try to still do it. I will try to still do it. Who is the top prospect this year? Gavin McKenna. Or you could argue Otto Stenberg. Or Ivar Stenberg, not Otto Stenberg. Ivar Stenberg. His brother's Otto. Minnesota's cursed? It does seem like that, doesn't it? Alrighty, everyone. Let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Miro Heiskanen, and only Miro Heiskanen, making it a 2-1 lead for Dallas after 40 minutes of play. Should be a fun third period coming up here. The winner of tonight's game will go up. Will either go up 3-1 or tie the series. It really depends. Period number 3 between the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild. And we are underway. Face-off is won back then by Minnesota. Quinn Hughes will bank this one off the boards to center. Duchesne battling for it then with Eriksson Ek. Bork will take it back and dump it down low into the Minnesota zone. Faber over then for Quinn Hughes. Off the boards then, battling for it was Matt Boldy on the right side. Boldy will try and carry this one through center. Boldy dumps it into the Dallas end, into the glove of Ottinger. This series is over the last power play, sealed it. Yeah. Dallas has dominated them. They really have. Face off here now in the Dallas zone is won back by the Stars. They will dump it all the way back to center. Hughes fighting for it then with Ritskovian. On the right side, down low then Rantanen. Rantanen throws it down low, taken back then by Faber. 3-on-2, Faber into the zone. Gains the line, puts it through his legs, broken up there as it's poke check down low. Here's Brink on the right side, up top then Hartman. Hartman back to Brodin. Jonas Brodin down low then to Bobby Brink. Brink battling for it then with Heiskanen. Cleared back to center then. Rantanen back to Wyatt Johnston. Intercepted then by Minnesota. Brink cleared off the boards and back into the Dallas zone. Here's Leon Bischel, who will carry this one now through center. Bischel will gain the line and dump it down low into the Minnesota zone. Wallstead around up top then to Myers. Myers will dump it into the corner on the right side. Jamie Benn battling for that puck. It's taken back then by Minnesota. Broken up then by Dallas. Bischel. Cross ice pass to Huru. Broken up on the right side. Battling for it then with Urov. Middleton will dump it down low into the Dallas end. Ottinger around the Bischel. Down low then Tyler Myers will carry this one through center. Myers up top, then to Blackwell. Colin Blackwell battling for McCarron. Hit there on the right side. Thrown back up top then. Shot on by Faxa. Goes up and out of play. Shot still 28-20. The physicality has definitely been the big factor here tonight. Good movement by Brock Faber. He had a near chance where he put the puck off his legs, but was poke checked away by the Dallas defense. Brock Faber, 3 goals, 1 assist in this playoff series. He's been a pretty good asset for Minnesota despite the struggles. Cleared back down low into the corner then. Blackwell. Over then for Back. Back will battle for it in the corner then. Middleton alongside Radek Faxa. Faxa battling for it then with Bogosian. It's a tie-up down low in the corner. McCarron takes it back then for Minnesota. They will dump it to center. Harley gives it over then for Heiskanen. Heiskanen back to Thomas Harley. Battling for it alongside Sturm. Cleared away then for Dallas. Faxa. Ahead then for Bork. Faber. Back to Nick Foligno. Foligno off the boards then. Down low for Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes will carry it through center. Pass off top then for Johansson, broken up by Dallas. Bork to Robertson. He'll dump it down low into the Minnesota end. Matt Duchene fighting with Faber. Bork up top to Bischel, a shot, and that one goes wide. Jason Robertson will backhand it down low, then on the right side, getting it back is Bork. Bork to Lindell, a shot, and that one goes wide. Bork battling forward then with Quinn Hughes. In the corner now, Matt Duchene trying to get that puck free. Duchene, below the line, feeds it up top, then to Bischel. Minnesota breaks it up, then the line. Here they come the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Boldy with Johansson comes in. Denied by Ottinger. What a chance by Marcus Johansson. Here's Quinn Hughes. Keeps it in the zone then for Minnesota. Hughes to Boldy in front. Shooting that one on there. It's blocked. Now Bischel fighting with Boldy. On the right side, Maverick Bork will clear it back to center. Spurgeon back to Hughes. Down low here now in the Minnesota zone. Spurgeon played over then for Hartman. Hartman battling forward then with Tyler Myers. In the corner now, Myers trying to get this one free. And Johnston will dump it into the Minnesota end. Justin Ritzkovian will throw it up top. Then Myers a shot and glove by Wallstead. Well, nearly 5 minutes gone here in this third period. It's been a well-played game by, I would say, both the goaltenders. Especially Jesper Wallstedt. He's had to make a lot of saves tonight. Nearly 27 saves on 29 shots. He's been incredibly effective here tonight. Face off here now in the Minnesota ends. One back by the Wild. Brodin to Hartman. Cross ice pass broken up then by Johnston, who will backhand it down low into the Minnesota zone. Jonas Brodin back to Hartman. Picked back up then by Kirill Kaprizov. Kaprizov in the Minnesota end. Back down low for Brodin. Jonas Brodin off the boards to Kaprizov. Broken up then by the Stars. Through the neutral zone with speed, Harley. Thomas Harley will carry it into the zone. Will backhand it around behind the net then. Down low in the corner, Steele. Fighting with Harley. Thomas Harley up top then. Heiskanen to Ben. Jamie Benn will backhand it down low to the corner. Huru fighting with Tarasenko. On the right side, Ben battling for it down low in the corner. Ben up top. Heiskanen waits. Takes it down low. Miro Heiskanen now behind the net. Throws it up top then. Ben to Bischel, a shot. And that one goes wide. Behind the net then, Hartman battling for with Huru. Stolen back by Brodin. Tarasenko will bank it off the boards and back into the Dallas zone. Bischel then for Heiskanen. Into the zone now, Faksa will carry it around behind the net then, battling for it alongside Urov. Foligno will carry it through center then for the Wild back into the Dallas zone. 6 minutes gone in the third period. The Stars lead the Wild 2-1. Cleared up top then, Bogosian. Cross ice to Spurgeon, who will dump it down low to the corner. Marcus Foligno. Nick Foligno now down low, clears it up top, then shot by Bogosian, goes wide and blocked. Here's back. Will dump it into the Minnesota zone. Wallstedt out of his net to play that puck. Huge hit by Bogosian down low on back. And now Minnesota trying to get that one out to center. Foligno dumps it down low into the Dallas end. Lindell knocked off that puck by Eriksson Ek. Bork cleared to center. Faber back down low then for Quinn Hughes. Hughes will hold it now in the Minnesota end. Looking for options. Try to play it ahead for Faber, broken up by Dallas. Robertson carries it into the zone. Robertson another with goal tonight. Robertson to Bork. Up top, Heiskanen to Robertson. Robo waits for options, fires it on, tipped in front. Saved by Wallstedt and grabbed back by Marcus Johansson. He'll carry it down the other way. Johansson into the zone, takes it below the line. Johansson wraparound chance in front and knocked down to the ground there and cleared to center. Minnesota now regroups in their own end, drop back down low. Brodin to Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov trying to get around Ritzkovian. Myers takes it back, intercepted at the line. Myers off the boards to Ritzkovian. Ritzkovian cross ice pass to Heiskanen. Miro Heiskanen then for Johnston. Johnston up top, fires it on, saved there by Wallstedt. Mikko Rantanen will backhand it around behind the net. Then Eriksson Ek battling forward with Ritzkovian. Ritzkovian up top to Myers and gloved by Wallstedt. 12:02 left to go here in the third period. Shots are 31-21. It's been pretty lopsided here in this one tonight. 2-1 Dallas. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Don't forget, later on tonight, Flyers and Pens, round 1, game 4. It should be a good one. That being said, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that. Had to use the bathroom. Thank you, Oscar, for the kind words. I appreciate it, brother. Tom Brady needs some unofficial advice from you. Thank you, bro. All right. 2-1 lead here for the Dallas Stars. Don't forget, we're going to be live all day tomorrow for all 4 of the games that are tomorrow. Bruins, Sabres, Avalanche, Kings, Tampa Bay, Montreal, and Oilers, Ducks. We are live all day tomorrow. Heiskanen fires one on, denied there by Wallstedt. Hughes battling for it down low. It's grabbed back by Rantanen. Rantanen to the corner then for Johnston. Faber back to Quinn Hughes now on the right side. Rantanen battling for it as well. Puck is still tied up down low. Boldy. Cross ice pass. It's grabbed back by Faber, who will backhand it off the boards to center. Eriksson Ek then for Boldy, trying to get around Johnston. In the corner, Miro Heiskanen. On the right side and dumped all the way back down low into the Minnesota zone. Here's Hughes. Off the boards then, Kaprizov. Intercepted then by Heiskanen. Johnston will get it back then for Dallas. Thomas Harley in his own zone to center. Duchesne to Robertson, who will backhand it down low into the Minnesota zone. Brodin on the right side then for Duchesne. Duchesne will clear it up top then for Myers. Myers on the right side then for Duchesne. Grabs it back down low. Matt Duchesne puts it in front. Broken up then by the Wild, who carry it now through center. Johansson knocked off that puck by Bischel. Maverick Bourque battling for it down low in the corner. On the right side, Myers ahead then for Robertson. Pass all the way through to center. Jared Spurgeon now regroups in his own end. Back over for Jonas Brodin, who will dump it into the Dallas end. Johansson off the boards, down low behind the net. Then Spurgeon to Johansson up top. Here's a shot by McCarron, and that one goes wide. Leon Bischel will dump it to center. Getting it back then is Huru. Regrouping now in the Dallas zone is Bischel, who will dump it back into the Minnesota end. Now Middleton along the right side with Huru. Shot on there goes wide of Wallstedt. Now Heiskanen battling for it alongside Foligno. Halfway through period number 3. Dallas leads Minnesota 2-1. Marcus Foligno in his own zone. Cross ice pass to Tarasenko. Broken up then by Dallas. Heiskanen ahead then and dumped down low. And the puck goes up and out of play. We will step aside once again. 9.5 minutes to go in the third period. It is still a 2-1 lead for the Stars. And again, if this game does go to extra time, we'll be live for it to the very end. And the other one did go to extra time, and that was a fun one for sure. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. As always, subscribe down below if you're new. It is always greatly appreciated. Fun weekend here of commentary. We've been live every single day for the past week. Absolutely nuts what we've been able to do here on the channel. It's been crazy. What would my best Cup final match up? Oh, you're asking Jane. My bad. Wild versus Habs would be a fun Cup final. Yeah, Douglas. I know. I do realize that there isn't a lot of Isn't a lot of hockey tonight. Thank you, Richard Speedy. I appreciate it, man. Face-off coming up here now. It's going to be at center ice. It'll be Eriksson Ek versus Faxa. Dallas is about 9.5 minutes away from taking a 3-1 series lead and essentially wrapping their fist around the Minnesota Wild here in this first round. Faber, back for Quinn Hughes. Hughes will move it ahead to center now. Boldy on the right side then for Hughes. Hughes in the Minnesota zone. Dallas will intercept it and dump it back into the Wild end. Brock Faber gets it back then for Minnesota. He'll drop it off the boards for Quinn Hughes. Hughes will carry it through center. Back to Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek then to Kaprizov. Down low Eriksson Ek behind the net then for the Wild. Fires it on. Saved by Oettinger. Jabbing at that puck. And denied. Need this game to go to overtime? Yeah, bro, we'll see. I think they can get it done. I think they can get it done. I wouldn't mind seeing overtime either. Face off here in the Dallas zone. And up in the air and way out of play that puck went. Oh my Lord. Face off in the Dallas end is won back by the Stars. They will dump it to center. Johnston battling for it alongside Hughes. Rantanen behind the net. Circles down low. Trying to move it to center. It's poke checked away. Hughes off the boards then to Johansson. 2-on-2. Johansson up top then Hartman. A shot denied there by Oettinger. Here's Justin Ritzkovian. Ritzkovian will clear it back into the Minnesota zone. And a huge hit down low there by Ryan Hartman. Here's Myers, a shot. Save, rebounds in front. Johnston a tuck. And it does not go in. They're still jabbing at that puck. Finally, it comes free. Here's Quinn Hughes. Will throw it to center. Grabbed back then by Myers. How did Wyatt Johnston not tuck that puck? Harley ahead then to center. Minnesota gets it back. They'll dump it down low. Myers off the boards to center. Maverick Bork battling for that puck. Jonas Brodin will backhand it down low. Brodin in front. Denied. Oh, that went wide. Foligno battling for it now in the corner to Myers. Myers will throw it to center. Faber battling for it with Bork as it slides into the Minnesota end. Faber will clear it back to center. Heiskanen with 7 minutes to go here in regulation. Down low now battling for it is Eriksson Ek. Tarasenko. Grabbed over then by Kaprizov. Broken up by the Stars. Shots 33-24. Robertson a drive denied there by Wallstead. Eriksson Ek will bank this one up and out of play. And I think Wild fans, or the Wild want a penalty here. Things are starting to heat up, that's for sure. Still 2-1 lead here for Dallas. They have 34 shots on goal. Jesper Wallstedt has been awesome. 32 saves on 34 shots. Jake Oettinger's had a good game too. Both goalies are playing the way you want them to. We're going to have some time in between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh probably. Puck drop for Flyers and Pens is at 8:22. Face off here at center ice. Is won back by the Stars. Harley to Myers. Will dump it down low into the Minnesota zone. Eriksson Ek battling for it on the right side then with Steele. Huru up top. Shot from Harley is blocked. Now Kirill Kaprizov moves it through center. Kaprizov into the zone down low. Broken up by Dallas, who will dump it down the other way. And that'll be an icing. So again, shots 34-24. Really well played game here by Dallas. They're not giving up a lot of chances. Keep clogging up the offensive zone. Eriksson Ek now will take the draw against Huru. The faceoff in the Dallas end is won back then by Minnesota. Chipped away then by the Stars to center. Brock Faber regroups in his own end. Faber will dump it down low. Grab back then by Tyler Myers. Myers to Harley. Chipped off the boards and all the way back into the Minnesota zone. Quinn Hughes will get this puck back by the net then for Matt Boldy. Boldy will drop it back then for Hughes. Here's Hughes. Played off the boards to center. Sturm loops it back around. Backhand on is cleared away by Ottinger. Sturm up top to Hughes. Quinn Hughes moves it up top. Hughes gets around Blackwell. Down low. Faber a shot. Saved by Ottinger. Rebounds there. McCarron to Faber. Up top then Quinn Hughes. Hughes to Faber. Back over then to Sturm. Sturm a shot. Saved by Ottinger again. Rebounds down the crease. They jab at it. They score! It's Nick Foligno. The Wild have tied the game. Marcus Foligno. And I'm pretty sure I said Nick Foligno. But anyway, Marcus Foligno has tied the game with 5:20 to go in regulation. And they might take a look at this. Ottinger was like, what the hell? Great opportunity there by the Minnesota fourth line. The Wild have tied the game at 2. What a play by Marcus Foligno. That was a nice play. It bounced off the back of the boards, off of Ottinger, and right into the crease, and Marcus Foligno ties the game at 2 with 5:20 to go here in period number 3. And I guess I spoke too soon. All of a sudden, folks, with 5.5 minutes to go, we are tied at 2 apiece. And this whole crowd in Grand Casino is on their feet. Spurgeon battling forward then with Rantanen. Chipped off the boards to center. Brink fighting with that puck. Played back then by Ritzkovian. Cleared down low to the corner. Johnston on the right side then. Ritzkovian down low in the corner. Rantanen trying to play that one to center. Johnston down low now behind the net. Wyatt Johnston trying to throw a pass up top. Down low in the corner. Brodin battling for it alongside Johnston. Marcus Johansson ahead then to center. Bobby Brink's got some room. Broken up then by Dallas. Minnesota will be forced to regroup. Quinn Hughes now will move it through center. Hughes gets around the D. Fires it. And just wide. Rebound was there, but cleared away by the Stars. Robertson will dump it down low here into the Minnesota zone. Wallstead for Faber. Boldy will carry it into the zone. Gets around Heiskanen. Boldy in front. It's in the crease. And Ottinger has it. Grand Casino Arena is on their feet. 4:09 to go here in regulation. Marcus Foligno has tied the game. And the Wild are right back in this one. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are just 25 subs away from 6,200. Like the stream as well. We are only 10 likes away from 100 likes here on this stream. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Oh, my Lord. Marcus Foligno from Nico Sturm and Brock Faber. Multi-point game from Brock Faber tonight. Do I think the Oilers can win tomorrow? Definitely, Tony. I definitely think they can win. All right, 4:09 to go here in regulation. Wild and Stars are tied at 2. Shots are amazingly 35-30. Both the goaltenders have played awesome tonight. They have both been incredibly effective. Got 250 people in here. Thank you all so much for your support. This has been the best performing series of all the other series in the playoffs on this channel. And that continues. Face-off coming up here now in the Dallas end. 4:09 to go. All of the people in Grand Casino are on their feet. Puck is cleared to center. Boldy gets it back for Minnesota. Boldy will dump it down low into the Dallas end. Ottinger for Esa Lindell. Lindell will get it to center. Ritzkovian into the zone. Fires it on. Pass over to Rantanen, was broken up. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Dallas end. Heiskanen back down low behind the net. Miro Heiskanen now will look for options over then for Harley. Harley for Heiskanen, who will dump it up and out of play. There we go. Dickinson was practicing today and said, we'll know tomorrow. That's good. Glad to hear he's okay. Don't forget, at the end of this game, we'll be live for Flyers and Penguins. If we need extra time, though, these two games may overlap. Face-off. One back then by Dallas. Dumped down low here into the Minnesota zone. Brodin battling for now on the right side. Ryan Hartman. Played ahead then for Johansson. Johansson will dump it into the Dallas zone. 3 minutes to go in the third. Brodin battling for then with Johansson. Right side, Brink. Up top, Spurgeon a shot. And that one's wide. Up top, Brodin another chance, and that one goes wide as well. Dallas will get it to center. Bork carries it into the zone. Down low in the corner now. Brodin battling for it on the right side. Bobby Brink trying to get that one loose as well. It's still tied up in the corner. Cleared all the way up top then. Tyler Myers. Myers will dump it around behind the net. Hartman trying to clear it to center. Kept in by the Stars. Regrouping now in the zone is Duchesne. Back to Brodin. On the right side. Getting it back is Johansson, who will dump it to center. Myers. Cross ice then to Lindell. Backhanded into the zone then by Robertson. Faber will clear it around behind the net as he falls down to the ice. Hopefully he's okay. Here's Quinn Hughes. Into the zone. Fires it wide there of Ottinger. Down low and cleared back to center. 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Quinn Hughes back to Faber. Faber to center. McCarron to Foligno. Foligno battling for it in the corner with Heiskanen. Huru on the right side. Back up then for Blackwell. McCarron fighting with Huru. Grab back down low by Heiskanen behind the net. Then Lindell gets it back for the Stars. Huge hit there in the corner. And Dallas will come back to regroup in their own end. 1.5 minutes to go. If you're just now joining us, Marcus Foligno tied the game for Minnesota. Dallas playing conservative here. Heiskanen gains the line, will dump it down low. Spurgeon fighting on the right side, then to Eriksson Ek. Played ahead then for Boldy. Boldy with some room will try and get around the D. Comes in, poke checked away by Ottinger. Boldy battling forward alongside Harley. Last minute of play in regulation. Up top with that puck is Brodin. Dump back down low then for Myers. Tyler Myers on the right side, Eriksson Ek. Will dump it down low in the corner then for Kaprizov. Kaprizov fighting alongside Johnston. Still tied up with 40 to go. Kaprizov. Eriksson Ek fires it on the one's blocked. Up in the air and out of play. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're 2 likes away from 100 likes. How about them Canes? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, J-Dub. On to the second round, baby. Face-off coming up here now in the Dallas zone. It's Hartman versus Faxa. Face-off won by the Wild. Shot on there is denied. Dallas battling for on the right side. Faxa back to Lindell. Trying to hold that one against the boards as time winds down. Down low behind the net, Miro Heiskanen gets it back. Heiskanen up top to center. All the way down low then into the Minnesota zone. Hughes on the right side then with 7 seconds to go. Heiskanen, a shot denied by Wallstead. What a stop by Jesper Wallstead with 5 seconds left. Great chance there by Miro Heiskanen. Oh my goodness. 4 seconds to go. Face-off coming up in the Wild end. Shots 36-31 in favor of the Stars. Eriksson Ek versus Johnston. Face-off is won back then by Dallas. Heiskanen shoots it. That one's blocked. And that'll do it. 3 periods was not enough. We will get overtime here for the second straight game. So that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We need extra time here in Minnesota, and we will be right back for it. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. And we got about 15 minutes or so till period number 3, or overtime. Wild will win this game. We'll see, bro. All right. So don't forget, we'll be live for the Battle of Pennsylvania. We're gonna miss a little bit of it though, probably. With this game probably overlapping it. So we will see. But again, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Stank Hall and Blake Line completely owned them. Yeah, they were absolutely awesome in that series for Carolina. They were incredible. There will be a video on them once this series is done, or once I'm done with the game for the night. All right. There we go. 25 subscribers away from 6,200. Thank you all so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated here in these playoffs. Marcus Foligno ties the game up at 2 apiece. And we will see who the overtime hero will be. All right. Faber. Yeah, good hands from Foligno. He played really well. It was a nice little play in front. It bounced off the back of the boards. He put his stick over Ottinger and into the back of the net. It was pretty awesome. Oh, no, the Phillies game started. Oh, man. Now I get to be depressed. Goaltender checks. The goalies have played phenomenal tonight. Jake Ottinger, 29 saves on 31 shots, .935. Wallstead, 34 saves on 36 shots, a .944. Both have played phenomenal. J-Dub, we're not even there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Don't be making up bets about us playing you because we're not playing you yet. You could be a Red Sox fan. That's true. But the Phillies have been worse than the Red Sox, actually. Sox have sucked, though. This is the 7th overtime of the postseason. Or Mets. Hopefully it won't go to double overtime. I hope not. I really hope not. Can't take it if it goes to double OT. That's why you're in the brainstorming phase. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. All right, so Flyers and Pens getting ready to start soon. Wild win in regulation. Well, they haven't won yet in regulation. It's overtime, Daniel. Daniel, it's overtime. Come on. Come on now. Jake Ottinger is fantastic in these NHL playoffs against the Wild. Yep, he is. He really has been. Plenty of time for Dallas to go medieval and silence the crowd like they did the other day. Yup. We'll see, bro. We will see. Oh, buddy, it's 1-1. Yeah, we're probably gonna miss some of the battle PA, which is all good. It is what it is. All Dallas needs is a power play. Yep, you're right about that. All their goals have been on the power play. Anybody know what the percentage is? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, how many of their goals have been on the power play overall in these playoffs? Is what I'm trying to think about. All right, yeah. Flyers and Pens getting ready to get started. Game 4 is coming up. But first, we have overtime here coming up in about 5 minutes or so, I believe. All right. Now's the time. Everybody here in the comment section, drop your overtime prediction. Who is scoring the OT winner? Drop your pick in the comment section down below. You can pick one player from both team from either team. It's all good. Or you can pick a player from each team is what I meant to say. Is what I'm trying to say. I think Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes for Minnesota. I'm going to go. I think Johnston will do it again for Dallas. Quinn Hughes for Minnesota. Johnston for Dallas. Those are my two picks. All right, still got about 5 minutes to go, guys. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Be greatly appreciated. We have 113 likes here on this commentary. That is absolutely awesome. Wyatt for the Stars. Who do I think is winning? I think Minnesota will win. I think they'll tie the series. I think they'll get it done. I kind of want them to, honestly.
Because cardiac effect went into this game. I kind of want them to, honestly.
Let's see if they choke again. Yeah, that's true. That is true. You're right about that. They do like to choke. Choke it up. Alrighty, everyone. We are ready for the start of overtime here from Grand Casino Arena between the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars. Third period recap. The only goal that was scored by Marcus Foligno, and that tied the game at 2 apiece and sets the stage for a very interesting overtime frame coming up here now in just a moment. In the last overtime game on Wednesday, it was Wyatt Johnston who scored the overtime winner. And now we look to see if that will be the same here or will it be somebody else. Overtime live from Grand Casino Arena between the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars. And we are underway. Face-off here at center. And they're already telling the people to back off. Boldy and Ritzkovian coming in too fast. All right, there we go. We are underway. Face-off here is won back by Minnesota. Quinn Hughes over then for Faber. Faber off the boards and dumped down low into the Dallas end. Eriksson, that cross-ice pass broken up by Heiskanen. Minnesota trying to clear that one to center. Down low in the corner, Rantanen. Cleared all the way back into the Minnesota zone. As was earlier, this entire place is on their feet. Kaprizov through center then for Eriksson Ek. Joel Eriksson Ek fires it on. Saved there by Ottinger. Behind the net now with it is Johnston. Wyatt Johnston will carry it through center off the boards then for Heiskanen. Miro Heiskanen fires it wide. Now Johnston battling for it in the corner with Brodin. Johnston down low. Broken up then at the line then. Brodin battling forward with Robinson. Robertson up top. Back to Johnston up top. Shot by Harley. Save there. Myers will fire that one on and saved by Wallstead. Either of these goalies are essentially guaranteed a above 900 save percentage. And that's what I like to see. Face off here now in the Minnesota zone. It's Hartman versus Duchesne. The faceoff in the Minnesota zone. It's won back by Dallas. Harley up top. Myers a shot. It's gloved by Wallstead yet again. And there is the 39th shot of the game for Dallas. Or is it the 38th? I can't. They're not even putting the right shots on the board. 38th shot of the game. Jesper Wallstead, 36 saves tonight. He's been the difference maker, that's for sure. Back again now in the Minnesota zone. Hartman versus Bork. Face-off won by Minnesota. Brodin battling for it down low with Duchesne. In the corner, getting it back is Brink. Off the board, Spurgeon. Back to Johansson then, who will dump it to center. Poke checked ahead. And down low for Tyler Myers. Tyler Myers over to Thomas Harley. Through the neutral zone now with speed. Bork to Robertson. Maverick Bork will take it back in the line. He'll backhand it down low into the Minnesota end. Wallstead. Over then for Jonas Brodin. Off the boards. And kick to center. Back into the Dallas zone. Out of drive his own net to play that puck. Lindell. Off the boards. Tarasenko in front then. Foligno pass is broken up. Through the neutral zone. Artuhuru. Dumps it down low in the Minnesota end. Getting it back in the corner then is Steele. On the right side. Drop back down low behind the net. Steele. Here for Dallas. Into the corner then for Artuhuru. Huru. Off the boards into the corner. Trying to get there first on the right side was Steele up top. Shot goes wide there from Heiskanen. Faxa. Behind the net then for Dallas. Broken up by Bogosian. In the corner, Bischel trying to get that one back. Minnesota will attempt to clear. Kept in. Shot on goes wide there of Wallstead. Urov on the right side for Tarasenko. Broken into the zone then by the Stars. Faxa looks, fires it, blocked. Down low now in the corner, Faxa. Over then for Back. Back up top to Lindell. Cross-ice pass to Heiskanen. Heiskanen to Lindell. Lindell fires it, gloved by Wallstead yet again. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh still scoreless through about 5 minutes of play or so. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We are 20 subscribers away from 6,200. We are 20 subs away. Thank you all so much for your support. Face-off in the Wild end once again. Ritzkovian versus Eriksson Ek. Face-off is won back then by the Wild. Quinn Hughes to center. Boldy carries it in. Matt Boldy through his legs. He gets knocked down to the ground. Grabbed back then down low by Johnston. Johnston to Heiskanen. Heiskanen trying to clear it to center. Johnston gets it back. Cross-ice pass to Ritzkovian. Up top then. Harley a drive. And that one goes wide. Down low in the corner now. Ritzkovian. Behind the Dallas net. Ritzkovian up top to Heiskanen. Back to Harley. Cross-ice pass to Lindell. Ritzkovian down low then for Harley. A shot. And denied by Wallstead. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate it. Face-off coming up here in the Minnesota zone. What a game from Jesper Wallstead. 39 shots faced, 37 saves. He has been absolutely nails. Face-off in the Wild end. Hartman versus Duchesne. It's won back then by the Wild. Brink to Hartman. Ryan Hartman will dump it into the Dallas zone. Broken up then by the Stars. Here they come through center. Clearing it back down low into the Minnesota end. Duchesne battling for it alongside Spurgeon. Trying to get that one loose in the corner. Bobby Brink is there as well. Now Duchesne gets it back for the Stars. Matt Duchesne back to Spurgeon. Cleared up top then. Now here's Hartman. Cross-ice pass to Brodin. Brodin will dump it down low into the Dallas end. Heiskanen back up top. Stars will carry it now through center. Bork dumps it down low into the Minnesota zone. Here's Quinn Hughes now getting it back. He'll move it through center. Hughes dumped into the Dallas zone. Shot by McCarron goes wide. On the right side, Foligno. In the corner for Stern. McCarron knocked off that puck. Nah, it's all good, Todd. Cleared back into the wild zone. Faber battling for now on the right side. Brock Faber fighting with Huru. Down low in the corner, Quinn Hughes is there. About 5 minutes gone here in the first overtime frame. It's a 5-man battle for it in the corner. Ben fighting with Hughes. Jamie Benn back to McCarron, cleared to center. Down low in the Minnesota end. Faber to center. Grabbed back by Foligno. Foligno, it's been a removed pass over and broken up as Myers knocks down, I think that was Marcus Foligno to the corner. On the right side, Bogosian. Back to Foligno. Foligno up top. Here's Middleton, a shot. Denied in front there. It's through the traffic. Tarasenko jabbing out that one. Cleared back down low. All the way up top then for Bogosian. Bogosian behind the net for Yurov. Yurov on the right side, battling for it then alongside Myers. Stolen back by Leon Bischel down low up top. Bogosian trying to keep that one in. Tyler Myers now behind the net. Cleared all the way back to center. Bogosian in his own zone ahead then for Foligno. Now Yurov will dump it here into the Minnesota end. Boldy battling forward with Ritzkovian. Trying to get that one free as well as Johnston. Myers. Back to Bischel. Leon Bischel behind the net then. Cleared off the boards. Up top. Down low. Eriksson in front. And just wide. Oh my goodness. A great chance for Matt Boldy. Spurgeon. Up top. Back down low. Boldy a drive. And that one goes wide. At the point. Brodin to Spurgeon. Send it down low to Boldy. That one goes wide. Bischel trying to clear to center. Minnesota gets it back. Behind the net, then Eriksson back to Spurgeon in front. Denied their rebound in front. They jab at that puck. And Dallas gets it back and clears it down the other way. Spurgeon gets it into the zone. Jared Spurgeon, pass down low, broken up. Rantanen tried to clear it off the boards to the center. It's kept in by Hughes. Myers fighting now with Hartman. Rantanen will clear it back to center. Shots 39-33 in favor of the Stars. About 7 minutes gone in the overtime. Mikko Rantanen trying to get it to center. Faber back to Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes now will move it through the neutral zone. Hughes will dump it down low into the Dallas end. Harley battling for on the right side. Hartman a shot, save there. Here's Thomas Harley. Trying to bank that one off the boards on the right side. Up top, Faber, a shot. And that one goes wide. Matt Duchene trying to clear it out of the Dallas zone. They'll get it back to center. Quinn Hughes will dump it into the Dallas end. Thomas Harley is there down low in the corner. Heiskanen on the right side, battling for on the right side. Robertson gets it back. And he'll dump it into the Minnesota end. Dallas now up to 40 shots on the game. Johansson will dump it in there on Ottinger, who will make the save. And a whistle blown dead with 12:03 to go. Awesome performance here by the goaltenders. They have both been absolutely nails here tonight. Shots are 40 to 34. The shots are incredibly lopsided. Well, not really. They're just incredibly high, is what I meant. Face-off in the Dallas zone. It's Faxa versus McCarron. Referee's like edging these two guys here. Face-off one back then by the Stars. Heiskanen clears it to center. Getting it back down low is Brodin. Brodin to Spurgeon. Spurgeon will dump it down low into the Dallas zone. And that's an icing. And some loud boos here from the Minnesota crowd. They apparently do not agree with that. It's the 7th time we've come to OT here in the postseason. How many power plays did Dallas get? They got 2 of them. And they've scored on them both. Face off in the Minnesota zone. 1 back by Dallas. Heiskanen to Lindell. Lindell will dump it down low behind the net. Sturm on the right side will try and clear it. It's kept in then by the Stars. Here's Brodin. Behind the net then for Minnesota. McCarron trying to get that one back to center. Sturm. Cross ice pass to Spurgeon, who will dump that one down low into the Dallas end. Here's Esa Lindell. He'll take it down low in the Dallas zone. 11:15 to go in the overtime frame. Heiskanen will clear it back into the Minnesota zone. Faber dumps it the other way. Here they come. Kaprizov pass down low. What a block there by Harley. Kaprizov recovers, fires it, and that one's blocked. On the right side, Boldy battling forward then alongside Bork. Eriksson theirs as well. Bischel to Duchesne. Duchesne pass over then for Harley. Harley into the zone. Robertson fires it, blocked. Wild try and clear to center. They'll get it there. Stars will regroup in their own end. Duchesne in the neutral zone. Breaks it over then for Bork. Maverick Bork backhand on is blocked. Eriksson will pick it back up then for Minnesota. Up to Foligno. Foligno gets around the D. Knocked off by Bischel. Stars will get it back and clear it down the other way. In the Minnesota zone, Spurgeon. Off the boards then for Urov. Urov will get it back and the puck goes out of play. Believe we're going to get not a commercial break, but a little bit of an ice crew change here. They'll clean up the ice a little bit. All the snow on the ice. Thank you all for tuning in. We have 400 people here in the commentary. Subscribe down below. We're 7 subs away from 6,200. I appreciate you being here and your support. It means a lot. 41-34. Face off in the Minnesota end. It's 1 back by the Wild. Urov versus Steele. Sam Steele down low in the corner, battling forward now with Brodin. Trying to get that one loose here in the corner. Ben fighting alongside McCarron. Up top, Lindell. Crosses pass, shot on there, blocked. On the right side, Wild trying to get this one back in the corner. Foligno battling alongside Steele. Down low in the corner now, fighting forward is Spurgeon. It's still a tie-up down low behind the net. Up top, Foligno. Back over then to Michael McCarron. McCarron through center, broken up then by the Stars. Heiskanen trying to backhand this one to center. Ben into the zone. We'll throw it up top then. It's forced by the Wild. Here's Tarasenko. 2-on-3. Tarasenko, he's knocked down by Myers, and Ottinger will steal that puck and cover up. A little over halfway through the first overtime frame. An update on Stars or on Flyers and Penguins. It's a 0-0 hockey game halfway through period number 1. It's a power play for Philadelphia right now. But it seems like it's coming down to a close. Wild looking super good this OT. Yes, sir. They've been pretty good. Both sides have played well, actually. Shots 42-35. Miss it as a Wings fan? Don't worry. I think you guys will be back next year. I need Detroit in the playoffs. They're a really fun team to watch. Ice time leaders for Minnesota. Of course, Quinn Hughes leading Minnesota 32 minutes. And Heiskanen leading ice time for Dallas, as we expected. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are 2 subs away from 6,200. We got 441 people in here. Awesome. Don't forget, we will be live as soon as this game is over for Flyers and Penguins. I will end this stream and start a new one. As soon as this game comes to a close, we will go live for that game. Hey, thank you all so much for 6,200. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. We do live commentaries for all 32 teams. We've been live the entire playoffs. The best players for both sides are on the ice. The faceoff is won back then by Dallas. In the Dallas zone, they'll get it to center. Rantanen trying to move it ahead, broken up by Johnston. Wyatt Johnston regroups, picked back up by Hughes. Hughes into the zone for Boldy. Boldy with 9 minutes to go. Hughes behind the net then for Minnesota. Up top, Faber, a shot. Blocked in front, rebounds there. Denied. Jabbing at that puck on Ottinger. It stays out. Eriksson Ek down low in the corner. Up top then to Faber, a drive. And that one's blocked. What a stop by Jake Ottinger. Down low in the corner now, Kirill Kaprizov. Fighting for it here on the right side. Dallas trying to clear to center. They will get it there. Here's Johnston. Cross ice pass, then up top, shot on. Goes wide there of Wallstead. At the point, Thomas Harley gets it back in the corner. Kaprizov off the boards then for Faber. Some great chances there by Minnesota, but they could not convert. 8 minutes to go in the overtime. Harley ahead then for Bork. Maverick Bork battling for it then alongside Faber up top. Harley a shot, and that one goes wide. Robertson down low in the corner then for Matt Duchene. Duchene up top then for Harley. Harley trying to get around the D. Robertson below the line then for Dallas. Bork gets it back for the Stars. Up top then Myers a shot. Denied in front. Another chance for Bork, a drive. Denied as well. And the Wild will get it back to center. Bobby Brink will dump it into the Dallas zone. 7.5 minutes to go here in the overtime frame. Shots are 44-36. Myers dekes into the zone. Up top, Robertson fires it. He fanned on that puck. Up top, then Bischel. Cleared to center. Trying to get that one the other way with Sturm and broken up by the Stars. Here's Matt Duchene. Getting around the D then to Lindell. Lindell will backhand it down low into the corner. Bischel. Back over to Ben. Cleared to center then as Dallas regroups. Ben to Lindell. Chipped off the boards and back into the Stars' end. Wallstead will clear it off the boards. Down low then, McCarron in front. Huru a shot, save rebounds there. Denied and just wide. Jamie Benn up top to Lindell. Lindell to Bischel, a shot. And that one goes wide. Jamie Benn up to the point then. Dallas can't keep it in the zone. Forced all the way back to center and back into the Dallas end. Spurgeon off the boards then ahead for Foligno. Marcus Foligno now through the neutral zone will backhand it down low into the Dallas end. Ottinger for Heiskanen. Heiskanen will chip it back into the Minnesota end. And it will not be an icing. 6 minutes to go in the first OT. Faber for Quinn Hughes. Pass back over then to Kaprizov. Kaprizov gets in, pass over. Boldy a chance. Denied by Ottinger. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? How did he get across? Oh my Lord. It is a goalie duel. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. Yeah, might have to go over to the game. Go over to the Flyers game in between intermissions. We're going to miss the whole first period if this keeps going at this rate. Shots are 4-3 Philadelphia. 5:41 to go in the first period of that game. It's scoreless. Shots are 44-38. Face-off is won back then by the Stars. Cleared all the way to center. Bork battling forward, then Boldy takes it back. Here they come. Kaprizov to Boldy. Pass over, broken up. Kirill Kaprizov down low in the corner. Here's Esa Lindell. Lindell will try and get it to center. Faber, a shot. Denied. In the net. They wave it dead immediately, though. The puck went into the back of the net, but they waved the play dead immediately with 5:24 to go. They waved this goal dead immediately due to a distinct kicking motion, as Boldy did kick that one into the back of the net, but yeah, no, that's no goal. They immediately waved that goal off for Minnesota as they kicked that one into the back of the net. $5:24 to go here in the overtime. Face-off won back by Dallas. It was a distinct kicking motion on Matt Boldy. So they waved it dead, no goal. Cleared back down low into the Dallas zone, out of play. Oh my Lord, these shots. This place is loud and on their feet. Face off here in the Dallas end. It's a tie-up, but one back then by the Stars. Bischel up top then for Foligno. A shot saved by Ottinger. Behind the net then Myers. Trying to clear that one to the right side. McCarron battling forward here now in the corner. Middleton fighting with Bischel. Jabbing at that puck, McCarron. Back over then for Bischel. Leon Bischel will try and clear it out of the zone. Kept it by Tarasenko. 4:40 to go. Wild keep it in. Brodin up top. Shot on. Goes wide there, Ottinger. Here's Blackwell. Back over to Myers. Myers then back to Bischel. Here's Marcus Johansson. Shoots it. Denied by Ottinger. Studio update in Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh. Sidney Crosby makes it a 1-0 lead for Pittsburgh on the power play. Sidney Crosby is on the board. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Shots are 44-40 in favor of Dallas. Face-off in the Stars zone is won back then by the Stars. Intercepted by Minnesota. Hartman to break a shot, and that one goes wide. Esa Lindell will bank it off the boards and back into the Minnesota zone. 4 minutes to go in the overtime period. Hartman drops it back to Johansson. Marcus Johansson then below the line up top then for Faber. Faber to Hughes. Hughes gets around Ritzkovian. He'll regroup back up top. Hughes to Faber. A shot denied by Ottinger. He wasn't sure where it was, so he fell on his back. $3:40 to go in the overtime frame. We are still tied at 2 apiece. Shots are 45-40 in favor of Dallas. Or sorry, 44-41. I guess they made the error. Face-off in the Dallas zone is won back by the Stars. They will dump it to center. Quinn Hughes in his own end with 3.5 to go. Hughes will move it through center. They'll dump it into the Dallas end, and they're on Ottinger. Now Myers cleared off the boards up top then to center. Brock Faber trying to throw a cross-ice pass. Faber battling for on the right side then with Duchesne. Brock Faber now to Quinn Hughes. 3 minutes to go. Eriksson Ek will dump it down low, or at least he'll try to. Now Robertson. Ahead then for Huru. R2 Huru. Into the zone, looping it back around, battling for it down low in the corner. Eriksson Ek. Trying to get that one free there down low. Intercepted by the Wild. Boldy to center. Bischel. Pass up then for Steele. A shot. Saved by Wallstedt. Rebounds there. And cleared back to center. Bischel. To Harley, who will dump it down low. Now Faber gets it back in the corner. 2.5 minutes to go. Boldy will dump it to center. It will not be enough for an icing. Harley in the Dallas end. Thomas Harley off the boards and chipped into the Minnesota zone. Wallstedt cleared around then for Foligno. Foligno back over then for Spurgeon. Jared Spurgeon will dump it to center. McCarron for Foligno. Battling for it now in the corner. Nick Foligno down low then back for Dallas. Back. Gets it to center. Minnesota will dump it back down low. Less than 2 minutes to go in the first overtime. Thrown to center then Bogosian. Ahead for Bobby Brink. Brink. Cross-ice pass. Up top Ryan Hartman. Hartman fires it wide there Vonninger. At the point Quinn Hughes to Johansson. A shot save there. And the Stars will clear. 1:30 to go. It's constant chances each and every way. Johansson to Hughes. Hughes up top. Looks for options. Fires it. Blocked in front. And Dallas will clear it the other way. Approaching the final minute of play here in the overtime. Quinn Hughes through center will dump it down low. Up top, Boldy will dump it into the Dallas end. Johnston back to Myers. Myers will clear it off the boards, or at least he'll try to center. Jonas Brodin in his own zone. Right side then cross-ice pass. Back down low for Boldy. 45 seconds to go. Down low in the corner, Myers fighting with Boldy. Trying to get that one free. Down low now, Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Spurgeon. Spurgeon a shot. He scores! Matt Boldy! Overtime winner! And the Wild have tied up the series. The overtime winner for Matt Boldy, tipped in front with just 28 seconds to go in that final overtime frame. The Wild defeat the Stars, and we have a tied up series heading back to Dallas. Wow. Matt Boldy, his third goal of the postseason, assisted by Spurgeon and Kaprizov. Multi-point games for Kaprizov, Faber, Duchesne, Rantanen. What a phenomenal overtime frame that was. I thought for sure we were going to get another game, another OT. All right, that being said, guys, we are going to swap over to Flyers in Pittsburgh. I will end this stream and start a new one. We got about 3 minutes to go in that game between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. I will end this stream and start a new one. So turn on the notification bell. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next stream.